One Zambia, one nation. Hello, my name is Chisha Mutale and my sign language interpreter is Neham Mumbi. The headlines. Cholera cases in Eastern Province contained. 16 constituency development fund projects commissioned in Luwingu. Chipangali pupils appeal for commissioning of school infrastructure. Class 20 Zambian chess players date South Africa for the tournament. And now the news in detail. Vice President Mutale Nalumango has advised the church to emulate President Hakainde Hichilema in promoting unity and peace in the country amidst diversity. And Mrs. Nalumango has commended the church for remaining a key partner in the country's development agenda. The vice president has since called on the church to complement government efforts in mitigating the effects of the drought that engulfed the nation during the 2023-2024 farming season. She was speaking in Choma district when she officiated at the installation of Bishop Malao Matiola of Choma Pentecostal Church. Details in this report.
Scores of people have welcomed Vice President Mutale Nalumango, who arrived in Choma district where she officiated at the installation of Choma Pentecostal Church resident Bishop Malao Matiola. The Vice President was accompanied by various government officials, among them Information and Media Minister Cornelius Mwetwa, Southern Province Minister Credo Nanjua, called on the church to promote national unity amidst diverse tribal orientations in the country.
Government is grateful for your support in ensuring that the body of Christ is led by men and women of integrity. It is government's policy that as we partner with the church in national development, we also partner in offering national guidance in moral and spiritual matters. As a Christian nation, the clergy play a very important role in enhancing unity, harmony, and character formation in the nation. One Zambia. But this will only come if we love. Don't listen to politicians who want to use tribe as a campaign tool. I will tell you, those are politicians who have nothing to say. They have nothing to offer. If you have something to offer, offer it to the people in terms of policy.
Credo Nanjua is Southern Province Minister.
Madam Vice President, at this installation ceremony of His Grace Bishop Dr. Malao Matiola is a clear demonstration of your commitment towards matters of national values and principles as our direction, pillar, and foundation as a Christian nation. On behalf of our people here, Your Honor the Vice President, we want to assure you that the province is politically, religiously, economically, socially stable. And we are so united and working together, and as provincial administration, we want to continue working on the unity of the province. We want to desist to entertain anything that divides the province.
And the Pentecostal Assemblies of God Church in Zambia has pledged to complement government efforts in mitigating effects of climate change.
We believe that the local church at various settings has the transformational capability to be able to engage in mitigating the impact of the many challenges we face. And in this case, the drought situation we face in this country. Today, before our honor leaves this location, we will be officially announcing and launching a project that you are already doing here to plant, Your Honor, to plant 100,000 trees.
Mrs. Mutale Nalumango later met the clergy and the United Party for National Development UPND party structures. Liseli Simusole, Zanis, in Choma District, Southern Province.
Now, the Department of Health in Eastern Province has managed to contain the recent outbreak of cholera in which 91 cases have been recorded. Saturday market in Chipata has been an epicenter. Provincial Health Director Matthews Ngambi has informed Chipata Central Member of Parliament Mutolo Piri and Provincial Permanent Secretary Paul Tole when they visited the cholera center that only one patient is still admitted, stating that no death has been recorded. Lubasi Mutafela has the details.
With the recent outbreak of cholera in Chipata, health authorities have been on top of the situation in containing the waterborne disease whose hotspot is Saturday Market. As of yesterday, only one cholera patient was still admitted to the cholera center out of the cumulative cases of 91. Eastern Province Director of Health Dr. Matthew Zingambi has provided an update to Chipata Member of Parliament Mtolo Piri and Provincial Permanent Secretary Paul Tole, who visited the cholera center in Chipata.
In the last 2 weeks, Eastern Province has reported a total of 91 suspected cholera patients across 5 districts. The first was here and then in Chadiza, and then reported in Lumezi and Mangwe and Chipangali. Most of the cases have been reported here in Chipata. They come to about 65 of those 91 local here in Chipata.
Staff at the cholera center have also highlighted some of the challenges in managing the cholera patients.
Areas where we need to be supported is the area of the borehole. The borehole collapsed last week, and unfortunately, we have been filling water from town to sort of make the ORS for the patients.
This response by health experts has impressed the area member of parliament, who is also Minister of Agriculture.
And I think it is important for the country to know that yes, there have been these cases reported in the Eastern Province. You heard we started with up to 91 cases across the province, of which the majority were here in Chipata, 65. But here we are today, as we sit, we only have one patient at this station, which I think is a very good plus in your ability as our friends in the health sector to bring down this disease. Cholera. You have a cholera center without water. How? I mean, what are we doing to ourselves? So I am going to make sure that we invoke the laws of, the emergency fund, that we try to see what we can do. I'm also on Monday, we're having a cabinet meeting. I'm going to sit with the Vice President, Honorable Nalumango, so that I can be assisted through DMMU to see what we can do for this center.
Lubasi Mutafela, Zanis, Chipata District, Eastern Province.
And in other news, the Mungwi Town Council has given out over 5 million kwacha as loans and grants to 111 cooperatives and businesses. The funds are from the 2024 Constituency Development Fund, CDF. Mungwi District Commissioner Mumam Sonda, who graced the ceremony, said 3.4 million kwacha has been given as empowerment loans to 42 groups, while 2.3 million kwacha has been given to 69 cooperatives under the CDF grants. Mr. Msonda says the funds are aimed at supporting entrepreneurs and individuals to start and expand their businesses and improve their livelihoods. Here's a report.
Government has continued to provide empowerment funds to communities through the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, to enable them engage in economic activities and spearhead development. In Malala constituency of Mungo District, over 100 groups, cooperatives and business entities have received empowerment loans and grants under the 2024 CDF allocation. Mungo District Commissioner Mumam Sonda officiated at the event and presented the loans and grants to beneficiaries.
Any misuse will attract serious penalties. Our desire as government is to see you improve your welfare and create employment, especially for our youths and women.
And Mungwe Council Chairperson Grace Chomba implored beneficiaries to use the money to improve their livelihood.
You want to go and shop and buy new clothes. You can buy more new clothes if you make profit in that money. But if you buy today on your capital, you won't have anything next year. and you will still remain the same person in the village who is poor. The government wants to eliminate poverty.
And some beneficiaries have expressed gratitude and pledged to put the money to good use.
Twatotera sana pafyo kuteko bwabomba bantu bwatushita empower kuyika shibwesu tabwaka befirefu twali akali
kuma twakwata eshuguli akoba tina futu mpafya ati kuli grant kuli CDF kuli shani futu matabala tufutisha tatabala ati achimoneka ngechi so ifo tuli abansansa kai tuli abasekerera nge misepela pantu shimpia lefwa na futu tumukulukeko tushumfira vyati hao shale pia from town no mbana ifo kuteko bwa tusaka mwana ngafobia kweba kumushi.
For Zanis in Mongwe, I'm Tizao Namlenga.
Munali Member of Parliament Mike Mposha has handed over 3 community projects worth 7.7 million kwacha. Mr. Mposha, who is also Minister of Green Economy and Environment, also gave out grants and youth skills bursaries. More in this report.
The Constituency Development Fund has continued to bring great development in the communities through construction of various community projects and economic empowerment programs. Monali constituency has received a 1x3 classroom block at Charleston Secondary School worth 1 million kwacha, a 1x3 classroom block at Chainama Special School costing 1.2 million kwacha, 230 desks out of the expected 1,200 desks, and a police post worth 745,000 kwacha. Monali Member of Parliament, who is also Minister of Green Economy and Environment, Mike Mposha, officiated at the handover ceremony which took place at Charleston Secondary School in Lusaka.
I want to mention that the high levels of criminal activities around Kamanga area gave us a challenge to ensure that we set up a police post there to address the problems there, the security concerns there. And I want to appeal to the police command to ensure that within 2 weeks, I want that police post to be operational. We want patrols that will ensure that we do not just arrest junkies, but we must go beyond arresting junkies to find out who is delivering drugs to these young people to create this anarchy in the communities.
Mr. Mposha handed over grants under the empowerment package amounting to 2.1 million kwacha to 107 cooperatives, while 688 applicants under the skills development component received bursaries worth 5.6 million kwacha.
We want to encourage that this money must be used properly, and the council is coming for you. Any cooperative that has misused the funds, you'll be blacklisted. You will not be entitled to receiving any monies. And we are going even to the individuals belonging to those cooperatives.
Charleston Secondary School head teacher has appreciated the new infrastructure.
Appreciate for what the government has done through the area MP and the councillor for constructing this 1x3 classroom block. It will go a long way.
And Asinet General Dealers Director Ngimezi Mbewe has also appreciated government for the equal opportunity given to both men and women in the construction industry.
We're contracted to build this 1x3 classroom block you're seeing behind at Charleston Secondary School. It's not easy being a woman in a male-dominated industry. Thank you to the government for giving us an opportunity as women in construction.
Mijalo Member reporting for the Zambian News and Information Services, Zanis in Lusaka.
Government has commissioned 16 Constituency Development Fund CDF projects in Lubansenshi constituency of Luingo district. The projects that include a classroom block, staff houses, health centers have been constructed at a cost of over 20 million kwacha using the 2022 and 2023 CDF allocations. Northern Province Permanent Secretary Bernard Mpundu, who officiated at the handover of the projects, urged local authorities in the province to prioritize projects that will have an impact on people's livelihoods. Taonga Nkoma covered the commissioning of the projects and now reports.
These are some of the projects that government has constructed in Luingo district of Northern Province Using the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, the projects, which include classroom blocks, staff houses and health centers, are expected to help in the delivery of vital services to people in the area. Northern Province Permanent Secretary Bernard Mpundu has since visited Luwingu District to commission 16 CDF projects.
Projects, your dedication and collaboration are commendable. As you may be aware, the 16 projects we're handing over today have been funded at a total cost of 20,779,000 kwacha 274.
Luvansenshi Member of Parliament Taulo Chewe, who accompanied the Permanent Secretary, emphasized the need for teamwork. Community members in the various wards where the infrastructure was commissioned are happy with this development. For Zanis in Luwingu, I'm Taonga Nkoma.
A cooperative in Chipata district, which benefited from 23,000 kwacha grant under the Constituency Development Fund, has produced positive results in its piggery project. Ayanganile Women's Cooperative members have, however, appealed to government for technical knowledge in animal husbandry as the pigs are steadily increasing. More in this report.
Ayanganile Cooperative in Chipata Central, which has ventured into piggery project, is slowly but surely progressing well. The cooperative got a 23,000 kwacha Constituent Development Fund grant last year, and it's about to start to realize its benefits.
Tunapaswa CDF 23,500. Muli ndalama isetinaganiza ogula nkumba. Cholinga chogulira nkumba tunaona kuti tikagula nkumba tikasunga zatithandizira kusogolo kuti tisungiremo mabanja yathu na kumalo kuno kwamene tinkhalira. Ise zikakula izi nkumba zikambobalana tizambogulisamo tizambotengamo zotumira vana ku skulu kuti tiphunziremo vana. Pempha kuboma batithandizeko kuti batichiteko maphunziro batichiteko booster kasungidwe kankumba ndaba pati sunga chabe sitizana maphunziro enieni kuti nkumba ifunika kudya kangati ni mankhwala bwanji yamene afunika kupasa nkumba ndaba tikaitana vete bazati basira chabe mankumba bayenda komese titiziva mankhwala wamene balasa tifunika kuti tizinkhala weya chamene chi nkumba itenga nisemuna muntu mwana afunika kudya chani so nkumba zati tifunika uziva zikudya chani tifunika ma trainings tipempa kuboma.
And the Ward Development Committee is happy as the project will benefit the locals.
I feel and believe to say if we do much better, this will also benefit the communities. People, they will be able to find meat from within. Instead of going to buy meat from elsewhere, we produce meat from within, which means people, they are benefiting. Not only that, the members of a cooperative, they will be able at least to have something in their homes, even to taking children to school. Yes, of course, it's free education, but there are a lot of things which are needed for the children.
Meanwhile, the Chipata CDF chairperson Patrick Daka is impressed.
I would say this is a success story to others out there, not only in Eastern Province, but Zambia at large. The meaning of CDF is fruiting here. What we have seen, this is extremely important. But among other things, I'm encouraging those who are fond of applying through CDF to do the same. Because when you get a seed, you don't expect a bumper harvest out of the same seed at the same time. We invite other stakeholders, which we always do, like those under Ministry of Agriculture, veterinary, name them. We invite, say, come and see here. Can you help our women here. They've got extension officers there, of which it shall be done as well, I'm sure. Under my
Dingswai Billy, reporting for Zanis in Chipata District, Eastern Province.
Join us for education news and other stories after the break. Stay tuned.
Zambia Today is a program that keeps you informed on various government policies and programs. Join us every Tuesday at 18 hours on Zanis TV, Topstar Platform, Channel 6 DTT, and 458 DTH. Don't miss.
Welcome back, and now in education news, pupils at Munukwa Day Secondary School in Chipangali, who have been using a temporary structure at a church, are calling on government to commission the classroom block constructed using the Constituency Development Fund, CDF. Abigail Kashweka reports that the monitoring team that visited the site has, however, expressed concern over the poor workmanship by the contractor.
Learners at Munukwa Day Secondary School in Chipangali District have been depending on the goodwill of a named church to use its structures as classrooms, a situation that has proven to be challenging. This is why these people are calling for the timely completion of this CDF-sponsored project that will see pupils have a dependable place of learning.
So my challenge jamenti mapeza masitika kuti patime menti funo punzira kuli ma project ku school kunani ku church yamene amatirengesa kuti nthawi zina kuti saphunzire then pani ma classes yenango yakuti mu class imodzi muli ma group ya tatu muli A B C D so imasitika patime yakuti yenango aphunzira social studies patime yamene yenango aphunzira RI so yenango amachoka panja so sitiphunzira bwino so kuti masegula klasi maybe kaphunzidwe kangankhale bwino sitingale kuphunzira panja chanchani
chene chabino timbuzi kuti first kuti vaja vana vaphunzira ku primary vakuke vawere kuno kuja mmalo vachitenga tiwapezeka nda ma classes atatu pa secondary vaphunzira ma primary nawo lomba vakwela mazulu anyinji ambakosoma.
Their concerns were heard by authorities who were in the area to monitor projects. They also raised concerns on the workmanship exhibited by the local contractor.
The project was also initiated by His Royal Highness Chief Munukwa, and we came on board under CDF to complete it, and we are happy that it is complete. But we are not really satisfied with the quality of works that we have seen. We are not impressed at all, and we have since guided that the contractor must come back and do amends.
Even the community is complaining that there is a serious leakage on the roof. You can even see that even the ridge, the way it was done, I think it's not according to standard. This is why we need to quickly summon the contractor so that we sit down with him. We try to find a way forward.
We have become victims of our own, policies of wanting to empower local contractors to do the works. Perhaps maybe they are not yet ripe. So it gives us then an opportunity to go back to the table to say, can we build capacity within our own local contractors to be able to do good works that are exemplary, that can be satisfied, and that can also meet the expectations of the community.
Abigail Kashweka reporting in Chipangali District.
Still on education, Minister of Transport and Logistics, Frank Tayali, has commended former pupils at Kansanshi Secondary School for their dedication towards facelifting the school structure. Speaking during the fundraising dinner for former Kansanshi Secondary School pupils in Ndola, Mr. Tayali noted that the act of giving back to their former school is an indication of the value the institution has played in their lives. We have more in this report.
Former Kansanshi Secondary School pupils from as far as 1967 have met at Mukuba Hotel in Ndola District to raise some funds for some rehabilitation works and water reticulation system at their former school.
The former students grouped together to start the borehole project, which included the installation of water tank pipes and the pump. The project still needs some injection of funds to complete it.
Minister of Transport and Logistics, who is also Member of Parliament for Ndola Central, has graced the occasion.
The spirit of giving back, of supporting and nurturing the next generation of students who will walk the same paths we once trod is what brings us here tonight, knowing that our contributions, no matter how big or small, will make a significant difference in the lives of those who look to us for support. I am deeply moved by the dedication and commitment shown by the alumni in organizing this fundraising dinner. Your selflessness and generosity are a testament of the values that our school has imparted to us.
Copperbelt Province Education Standards Officer has expressed happiness towards the gesture.
And to mention about Kansenshi Secondary School is our model school. It is a 100% government school, but in terms of results, it competes with all the grant-aided schools that you can think of, where they have got limited enrollments. Kansenshi will have bigger enrollments, but they still give us 100%.
Through such gatherings, it is evident that former Kansenshi Secondary School pupils are committed to uphold the legacy of their old school. Jacqueline Moba, Zanis, in Ndola.
Over 1,000 children with special needs and their families have benefited from the recently concluded Zambian Enhanced Community-Based Rehabilitation Program. The initiative, implemented by the Cheshire Home Society of Zambia and the Holy Family Rehabilitation Center, is aimed at improving the lives of the children in areas of health, social inclusion, education, livelihood, opportunities, and empowerment. Monze District Administrative Officer Goreti Balo has commended the project's positive impact on community mindsets. Details in this report.
The Zambian Enhanced Community-Based Rehabilitation Program, ZECRE project in Monze District of Southern Province, has come to a close, leaving a lasting impact on over 1,000 children with disabilities and their families. The ZECRE project aimed to improve the lives of these children in various aspects, including health, social inclusion, education, and livelihood opportunities, supplementing government effort in leaving no one behind.
So just in Monze as a district, I can testify to say that indeed over 1,000 people and children with disabilities and families have been touched.
Implemented by the Cheshire Home Society of Zambia and Holy Family, the project collaborated with government ministries, traditional and church leaders, and even traditional leaders.
I think it has been a great milestone to reach where we are now, because we've seen how the project has benefited families and households of children with disabilities. Because I see children changing their faces, because now I can see a smile, because a life has been transformed.
On behalf of the Holy Family Rehabilitation Center, I would like to say thank you very much to Cheshire Home for the support you have given to this institution. We really appreciate it very, very much. And I'd like to say that our doors are open for future engagement.
Monza District Administrative Officer Goret Baro has commended Cheshire Home Society of Zambia and Holy Family for their crucial role in changing community mindsets.
We have a lot of people living with disabilities that were hidden by family members. But today, they are able to say, I have a child living with disabilities, and they have brought them to Holy Family. We say thank you. We are greatly humbled.
Shadrach Monga, a project beneficiary with a disability, shared his gratitude for the sacred project.
We were taught how we are to live in the society. We are not to hide ourselves, because we are also human beings. They gave us things to do, like skills. So we want to say thank you, and we hope to sustain ourselves from this.
Chintu Nangamba, for Zanis News in Monze District, Southern Province.
We take another break. More interesting stories coming up.
Woman Thou Art is a program that offers counsel to the female folk, sharing real-life experiences and providing guidance to the women and young girls on necessary steps and conducts that will help shape and nurture a sober society. Watch Woman Thou Art on Zanis TV every Wednesday at 18:30 hours on the Topster channel, channel 6 DTT, and channel 458 DTH.
The district administration in Gwembe has targeted 3,600 small-scale farmers who have access to waterfronts to benefit from the Waterland Cropping Program. The program, being spearheaded by the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services, will support the beneficiaries with agriculture inputs such as maize, watermelon, butternut, okra seed, and fertilizer. Here's a report.
The government, through the Ministry of Community Development, is promoting wetland farming for farmers with access to waterfront areas and other water sources in Gwembe District. Community Development Department has targeted 3,600 farmers to benefit from this initiative. Under this program, the farmers will receive inputs including maize seed, watermelon, butternut, okra, and fertilizer.
The district under the emergency wetland, we are targeting 3,600 beneficiaries. Then this area, we are going to give 700 beneficiaries. That's Chababoma and Slambabara. Then as a district, we will receive maize and also watermelon, okra, and butternut. Then we also give them fertilizer. That's 1 day and 1 urea.
The Gwembe District Commissioner encouraged farmers to apply for loans to improve their irrigation capabilities.
This part is part of Chababoma irrigation that we are trying to do as a district, but it's a bit far from the major irrigation land. The major problem that they have here is water. So I'm sure if they are given loans for irrigation, that can do.
Jori Hajinen reporting in Gwembe District, Southern Province.
Chama District Commissioner Yobe Goma has urged farmers in the district to focus on improving crop yields through the adoption of appropriate technologies, such as the use of drought and disease-resistant varieties. Mr. Ngoma was speaking during the District Agriculture Show held at Kabanana Community Ground under the theme, Creating a Competitive Future. Harriet Chilufya has more in this report.
The District Agriculture Show in Chama District have come to an end, and Chama District Commissioner officiated at the event under the theme, Creating a Competitive Future.
I call upon you, my fellow farmers, that let us focus on improving crop yields through adoption of portable and appropriate technologies such as the use of drought and disease resistance varieties, and also manage our water resources well through engaging into smart agriculture type of farming. I also urge you, my colleagues, that let us promote eco-friendly practices, reduce carbon footprints, and preserve biodiversity in order to safeguard our environment from devastating effect of climate change, which threatens our food security, not just as a district, but as a nation at large. You may wish to know that all the complications complication in the agriculture sector being faced today, such as drought, as a result.
Chama Town Council chairperson emphasized the need to teach children on the importance of agriculture at a tender age.
Kuona kuti vana vadoko vochitako participate kunkhani ya ulimi chifukwa pa vana muvasambizya pa ulimi na pa vokula pose pakhalenge alimi paicha che apitizyani tenti chitengenje vana wa skulu vose next time ozosamkako so that at least vana vamanyenge kuti kukhala pachalo mbulimi Namba 2 nuonga chomene achea ma cooperative union ose muno mwa chama naona kuti ma cooperative very well organized mbokoleziana chomene ichi tuplikisya makoa chomene ise kulanga adangiriri olopa ukwenda uona kuti ma cooperative boseweza ntchito ya unenationality.
Chaka Group of Company have formed Chaka Rice Processing Initiative, where the waste product is used to make charcoal bricks.
So this represents about 20% of the total paddy we process. So if we are processing 1 ton, this represents 20%. That is like 200 kgs of rice of paddy is going to come out. So this is what we carbonize to make even the biochar. So when we carbonize the rice husk, we come up with carbonized biochar. This is the biochar, okay? This is the biochar. So we use the simple carbonizer to make it carbonized so that we can be able to use it in the making of eco briquettes. As you may be aware, our enterprise is eco-friendly, biodiversity focused. So we are doing everything possible to make sure that people reduce dependence on forest products. And so from this, we are making now the eco briquettes of fire blocks, even fire block. So this is the fire block, okay? Small in size, of course, than for exhibition purposes, but this is mainly ideal for the chicken rearing. So when you are brooding chickens, instead of using
Harriet Chilufia for Zanis in Chama district of Eastern Province.
Now join us on traditional issues, where traditional leaders on the Copperbelt province have urged people to stop politicizing the effects of the drought the country is currently experiencing. Lamba Lima Royal Council of Chiefs chairperson Chief Machia said this during the Mutamfiansala traditional ceremony of the Lamba-speaking people in Lufanyama district. Agrippa Slumbwe covered the event and filed in this report.
The grand entry to Mutamfiansala traditional ceremony, main arena of Chieftainess Shimkunami of the Lamba-speaking people in Lufanyama district. The traditional leader later showcased some harvested foodstuffs and threw them in the audience as a symbol of Mutamfiansala ceremony, which means chasing away hunger. Here, the chieftainess spoke through her representative to highlight various programs happening in the area.
Allow me to also express my profound gratitude to the head of state for various developmental activities which are ongoing in my chiefdom. Among them is the early delivery and distribution of farming inputs during the last farming season. This has greatly contributed to my chiefdom's food security.
And the Lamba Lima Royal Council of Chiefs has condemned those misleading the general public about the cause of the drought experienced in the country. Meanwhile, Copperbelt Province Minister also gave a government position on various issues.
In order to ensure sound and cordial relationship with all the chiefs, the new Dawn administration has put in place various programs and projects which are premised on benefiting the people in all spheres of development. We'll try our best to bring fertilizer in good time. Number two, we will continue with the support program. Abantu bonze balima twalinde gogo kyamanasha pambe okulima because mukulima mwena mwali bako indalama.
Reporting, I'm Agrippa Slumbwe.
The Chess Federation of Zambia has sent 20 players to South Africa to participate in the Africa Youth Chess Championship, slated for 17th to 26th June 2024. Zanis reports that Chess Federation of Zambia President Leslie Chikuse says the players are between the ages of 8 and 18. Speaking when he witnessed the departure of the players at the Kenneth Kaunda International Airport in Lusaka yesterday, Chikuse said the tournament will attract about 30 countries from across the globe. He has thanked the supporters, he has thanked the support from the parents who have allowed their children to go and participate in the prestigious and competitive tournament in South Africa. Meanwhile, Zangowane Kokola, who will represent Zambia in the under-18 category, said he will take the high-level chess tournament seriously by reaping medals in order to make the country proud. And Joshua Sauti, who is in the under-12 category, promised to come out top at the tournament due to the intensive training he has undergone.
We're having our players going to South Africa for the Africa Youth Chess Championship. We are sending 20 players in South Africa to participate in the Africa Youth Chess Championship. So from the ages of 18, under 18, under 16, under 14, under 12, under 10, and under 8. This is a very crucial tournament for us. As you know that South Africa is just a stone throw away, and we cannot afford to lose the tournament. We are aware that such tournaments, there's a lot of competitions. We're expecting about more than 30 countries that are likely to participate in this tournament. And most of the times, these tournaments, that's when we get to have international masters, FIDE masters, and those titles, and also get the medals. We are sending a young team, of course, and our expectation is that this is the beginning. We are grooming them into being the champions, and for us, we take this tournament to be very crucial and very important because it gets to the root of the aspirations of the young ones. So just to thank the support that has come along from the parents who have come along to try and support in one way or the other. We would also like to thank government for the moral support that has always been there and all the support.
I'm going to represent Zambia for the under-18 chess tournament. I'll make sure to do my best and make Zambia proud.
I'm going to represent Zambia in South Africa for African Youth Chess Championship. I'm very prepared. I'll make sure I come out on top.
As we end the news, a recap of the headlines. Cholera cases in Eastern Province contained 16 constituency development fund projects commissioned in Luwingo. Kipangali pupils appeal for commissioning of school infrastructure. Plus 20 Zambian chess players date South Africa for tournament. That's all we had for you on Zanis News. My name is Chishamtale, and my sign language interpreter was Neam Mumbi. Thanks for joining us.